I noticed on Twitter you were jamming on stage with Justin Bieber.
I was. That was so random.
That's what I mean.
I
Unplanned.
didn't know. Yeah, no, I didn't know that he was gonna be there. Everyone was asking me like, did you guys plan that? And literally like 5 minutes before I was about to go on, I was like, we should all do a song together or something. And so I was, talking with the guys from Rixton and Cody Simpson and Dan and Shay, and we're like, let's just all like jam. We don't need to rehearse it. It'll be fun. And because I do stuff like that with all my friends all the time. And so they hopped on stage, and then a couple more guys came up to my ear. I'm jamming. I'm like, this is kind of getting long. Like, okay, I'm ready to end. And they're like, no, you got to keep playing. You got to keep playing. Like, Justin's about to come up. I was like, okay. So 20 minutes into this jam session, they're like, okay, Justin's about to come up. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so he came up, and it was a lot of fun. The crowd went crazy.
Of course they did.
They went insane.
What do you make of it? I mean, for you as well, I want to talk obviously about your career, but everyone's talking about Justin. Do you have any thoughts?
I can't really say anything.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about that guy, so,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's too much. I would even say too many people are talking about it, but that's always the case, as you know. So, I mean, let's talk about your career. What's so interesting, I think, is the story of trying out for American Idol, not making it into the final 24, and overcoming that rejection, having so much success as a result of that. Was that hard to get over?
You know what? The whole American Idol experience was kind of tough for me. Thinking back, like in the moment, it was hard, but I think it was very necessary for, like how my whole career has panned out. And I think every no that I've gotten, American Idol included, and just being, in the whole label industry scene as a kid, and getting all those rejections and kind of coming out of it, knowing what I know now, I think all of it was so necessary, because now I can actually be 100% like creative control in my art and know, exactly what I'm doing, exactly what I want. So I think the American Idol thing too was awesome, because I met so many of my really close friends through that. And everything happens for a reason, as corny as it sounds.
No, it's true. It's
so true. And that experience for me was, I wouldn't change anything about it.
And I've always wanted to ask someone like you this, because you've been, you do your own music, but you also do covers. And not everyone does a cover really well or makes it their own. And I love covers. I love remixes. You suck?
Covers, yeah.
That's not true. She's lying. But the truth is, I mean, you upload them, to YouTube, and that whole phenomenon. Obviously, we were just talking about Justin. There's that whole aspect. I mean, is that something? Your first one was at Paramore. Is that true?
Yeah, my very first cover. I didn't have my own guitar yet. I was just borrowing a guitar, and I knew like 3 chords, and I was so excited about those 3 chords. And I still really love Paramore, and I just love that song. So I just threw up that cover, and people liked it. The whole thing with YouTube, though, is it was very organic and very slow. It wasn't like...
You mean for you?
For me, yeah. For me, my experience, it wasn't like I posted a video and everything like exploded. I guess you could say with the Frank Ocean cover, that was my first like, viral video. But it was still like, even after that, it was like I put out my first EP, and then I started doing shows, and it was just this kind of big learning process for me. And it's cool, because I feel like me and all my supporters they feel like they're a part of...
They're invested in what...
Yeah, exactly. They feel like they're part of the journey, and we can all kind of grow together and see what happens.
I think we live in a world where lots of musicians talk about their fast car, their expensive watch, but when they come off stage, they still need to have a whole lot of security guards to protect them.